After some deep thought, I think it was several seconds, he decided that yes, that might be a call he would answer. And so we're blessed this morning to have Hawkins Shepard to offer a word to us. And Hawkins, you saw last week it was done from the seat. You can come up here. You can do as you will. Whichever you prefer, my friend.
How you guys doing this morning?
Good.
How are you? Well, I'm going to start off my little speech with Luke 10:27. It says, "He answered, 'Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength, and with all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself.'" Although this verse is short, it's one of the most challenging in the entire Bible. This week, I was asked to talk about loving God with all your soul. We make an uncountable amount of choices in a day. Some meager, like what to have for breakfast, but others are more important than that. Choices have the ability to strengthen or weaken your soul, and God needs strong souls for His witness. Your soul is your innermost being, and what you choose to do with that being is all up to you. But no matter how many choices in a day, there's always a right decision and a wrong decision. The right answer is always going to be, love your God with all your soul. Some people try to substitute the love of God with things like money or titles, but there's only one person who can truly strengthen your soul. Last Friday, I had a substitute in social studies class. Yeah. The substitute had an answer key, but she had no way of getting to the answer. I asked a question, but all she had was just a one-word answer for me. And I realized then that there was going to be no way that she could provide the knowledge that I truly needed. Just like that, God is the only one who can truly provide support for your soul. Other relationships might make you happy for the time being, but they're unfulfilling and short-lived. Now, loving God with your soul has another part, one just as important, and that's loving God and your neighbor. Right now, Skipper and Kathy just left, but we had the youth preparing lunch at the soup kitchen. People are preparing noodles, they're making the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and without them, many of the people going to the soup kitchen would not eat. There's a great need of service in the world, and not just in third world countries, but in Spartanburg. And if you truly love God with all your soul, you're going to try to share that love with the world. One of my favorite songs that we sing in this service is "They'll Know We're Christians by Our Love." If we truly love God with all our soul, then people should be able to pick us out of a crowd because of our love. And we go through the crowd anywhere, at school or at work. We see people all the time that need our help. But how often do we help? Or do we help at all? Do we even notice the people that are hurting? Or do we just walk on by? When we truly love God with our soul, then we stop and start to be aware of the people hurting. And we actually do something about it. This past summer, I got the chance to go to Lake Junaluska. I know a lot of people in here have gone there before, either with women retreats or as part of the youth themselves. This was my first real experience with what it means to love God with your soul. We had the opportunity to work at a children's home. We did various jobs. We cut back some shrubbery, and we cleaned the playgrounds for the children. It was a very beautiful thing, and I was sad to see it go. But I realized it didn't have to end. If we begin to love God with our soul, then we can become one big family under Christ. And we would only need to love God with our soul. And it'd be something beautiful. I asked you throughout this week to look around for the people that really need help in the world. And if we do truly love God with all our soul, that's the only thing we need.